Right.
Here we are.
We are.
What's this? Ready.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the May 7th, 2025 workshop regular meeting of the Hyde Park Planning Board. If you would please stand with me and say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Here's John.
But you're not usually last.
Nice.
No.
Okay, so the first item on our agenda tonight is a workshop item. This is the Belfield PUD, and they are here to discuss the Phase 2B subdivision. Welcome back, Larry.
Yeah, good evening, everybody. Thank you very much. And hope everybody's having a great day.
Yes.
So far, so good.
Thumbs up?
Productive.
Thumbs up. So this is the phase, it says 2B, but it's, right, it's a 4-lot subdivision. So lots 1, the sponsor's lot, will be getting smaller. So every time we come in here with the subdivision, the T-Rex parcel becomes smaller and smaller. So that becomes smaller. Lot 4 is the master HOA, so every time we come in here, Lot 4 will be getting bigger. Lot 7 is a lot line amendment for hitting rock out there. We shifted it slightly to the west, so we show that amendment. That's here. This is lot 7 here. And there's a shaded portion up here on your map that you'll see we bumped it out. Doesn't change the layout at all. It's, it's inconsequential. And then of course we added lot 8, which is the apartment lot. Which is right here. On this lot, on this submittal, we show the water, sewer, and storm easements. So we're taking them up from phase 2A, up through the site. Water, sewer, and storm is catching this ditch right here, and there's storm easement that comes through all the way down to here, which is lot 4, and exits by the wetlands. So there's no contributing water to that. It's just a bypass. It's from a SWIP standpoint, it's a bypass. And that's it. Pretty
straightforward.
Yeah. I have not received any comments. So if we get any comments, we can address them.
Right.
I think it's pretty straightforward. And we're here tonight to move the project forward to a public hearing.
Yep, we are prepared to do that.
Okay.
Okay, let me start to my left. Ms. Moss.
No comment.
No comment. Okay. Mr. Tuttle.
No comment.
Mr. Waters.
No comment.
Ms. Wasser.
No comments.
Ms. Lee.
Same, no comment.
Thank you.
Mr. Garcia.
No comment.
Okay. Then we are, if I could get could someone please make a motion to set a public hearing for the May 21st?
I'll make that motion.
2025 meeting? Rob, do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any nays or abstentions? Motion carries. A public hearing will be held on May 21st. Right. Okay. Next item on the agenda is the Inn at Belfield. This is the, we're looking to extend the time for them to do the project. And this will also need a public hearing. I think it's pretty straightforward. We approved it about a year ago.
Yeah, I don't think Gigi was on it, so.
No, so give us a quick little overview.
So I did bring it.
Yep.
Thank
Yeah,
you
good.
so much. I
Thank you.
appreciate that.
Yeah, so this is the existing hotel,
Okay.
and at the north end, on the first floor of the hotel, are the function rooms, and the idea is that the function rooms could spill out onto the patio, which is there right now, but to make it more functional for events, it needs to have a canopy over it, and so that's what this is. The size of it is 25 by 60. The original submittal date was in March. By the time we got it approved, the 1 year, I believe it ended up in May 5th, was it? Anyway, so it just passed. We're asking
Yep, the
for an
plan was signed on May
extension.
1st, yep.
Yeah, okay, we're asking for an extension
1
for
year.
another year to work it out. Here's the, that's what it looks like. This is the existing conditions, the patio, and the hatch is what we're adding. And then there's a fence detail here that we worked with the planning board at that time.
Yeah.
You might remember,
Yep.
that's how it fits in there. It had to be a certain distance off the hotel. I think it was 10, 15 feet, something like that. And then we have lighting underneath it, and we had to go through all of that, foot candles and all of that.
Our favorite, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Keeping those foot candles down.
And then,
But
they-
No spillage.
But we figured it out,
Yes, we did.
and we got it approved.
and there's landscaping that exists, or was there more landscaping going in or anything? What was it that we-
The landscaping would have to be moved, but you are right. If we look at our site plan, I believe let's see here. Making me go back a year.
We approved it.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. So we
Right,
got
you just asked-
116
I was just-
seasonal planting.
I'm trying to remember it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this
Yeah, we
right
treated, I
here,
remember we treated it as a
Mm-hmm.
amendment to an existing
we're
site.
going to come back and plant this. I think we relocated some.
You didn't have to move much, but there were some items that have to be moved.
Wasn't there something about a sidewalk? I don't remember.
Yeah, there's all the boxwoods that will be moving.
This is at the patio.
Oh, there you go. I know we,
There you go.
there you
Relocated.
go. Yeah, so this gets pulled out of there and gets put to here. The boxwoods could go down here, but we call it for seasonal planting.
Yeah, no, I just raised it just so Gigi knew
Yep.
there was landscaping going in.
Yeah, so here's the
Yep, good.
horn beam is there, and it gets moved up there. We don't actually call out the boxwoods, but they're there and they're doing pretty good.
Yeah.
We'll find a spot for them.
It'll be a nice addition.
Yeah, it will be. It will be. We're getting busier.
Excellent. Excellent.
That gives you the ability for events out, right? And then spill out into that.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's
yeah.
happening already.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, it does. It does. It'll just position us better.
yes. It's planned. You can plan it better.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
All right.
So same thing here. We're here for.
Yep.
Okay.
We are
Great.
we're
Terrific.
prepared to do the same thing. Just going to take a little turn around the, Tad, any comments?
No comments.
Mr. Tuttle?
No comments.
Yeah, you weren't here for this one either.
I wasn't, no.
Oh.
But I think I remember it at the time.
Yeah. Yep. Mr. Waters?
No comments.
Ms. Wasser?
No comment.
Ms. Lee?
No comments, but thank you for bringing it, Larry. and walking me
Okay.
through.
Yep.
Mr. Garcia?
No comments.
Okay. So may I get a motion to set the public hearing to consider the one-year extension for May 21st?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any nays or abstentions? Motion carries. You're all set.
Terrific. If it's okay, since I'm here, I'd like to give the board an update on the remainder subdivision.
Yes, please.
Yes. Okay. So if you recall, we were here January, and we submitted a sketch plan at that time, so very high level. I'm going to zoom in a little bit here. So where we actually started defining the lots per the Hart-Howerton concept plan. So they were laid out conceptually, so now we're going into CAD, laying out all the lots, making sure they work, and this is the first stab at it at a sketch level. Everything fits, so we're glad to see that. Not only from a lot standpoint, but also from a program standpoint, because we have different, we got townhouses, patio homes, which are duplexes, cottage homes, and estate lots. So we submitted this plan along with a color-coded plan, so it'd be easier to see and read. We do show in here the phase 2 approval on our phase 2 approval, FDP approval here. This is the apartments here on lot 8. This is lot 7, and we kind of show how it's all, built out and why the lots take the shape that they do. We also prepared what we're calling an open space and trails plan. So we went back into the finding statement and started pulling out of that finding statement all the requirements for the final development plan, which include a certain number of linear footage of trails. Again, the trails were defined conceptually. Now we're going in there. We're staying away from, wetlands and things like that, and we got to manage the grade. So we worked through all that.
And Larry, can you clarify and remind me, those trails are mostly walking trails?
Yes.
Does
Well, they're a combination of sidewalk and trails that, people naturally will walk like they do in Serenbe over drives, a drive that might be 24 feet. When you get back into Serenbe, there's no sidewalks. People walk all across the street. And but then there's also trails off into the woods.
Right.
That are that would be more natural. And we do have this section of trail here is in and used quite a bit by people going back and forth from the culinary at the southern entrance into the hotel. So it'll be a combination of that, sidewalks, and then spilling over into widened streets.
Yep.
We also located the parks, and we had a certain number we had to hit, and playgrounds and things like that. So we went up here and we showed the actual lengths that we're able to get. We can't get to 10 miles. We get 8 miles or whatever it is. But that 10 miles would show trails all through the buffer area of DEC and turtle areas, and it'd be really tough to get stuff back there. So,
Do we have to amend anything for that?
what's
I
that?
don't know. If it's less than what it was, the number that was set, she was asking if we have to amend it.
Yeah, again, I've said this before, as we go from concept, going to an engineering drawing and making sure we can even build the trail,
So it's kind
Victoria
of,
to-
you're kind
Yes.
of like limited to what you can do because of the certain buffers and things like that.
It sounds like an amendment, but,
Yeah, there's still, I mean, we're still getting you from here all the way through, to here. We're doing that. Part of what we have to do is put a sidewalk on St. Andrews. And I've been on St. Andrews because we're cleaning,
Yes.
we're doing phase one, anything, we're just cleaning up. There's cars out there. I mean, it's amazing, the stuff we're cleaning up. Old cars, old pickup trucks and stuff.
We're in the woods?
On
Yeah.
the north side of in the
Off
woods,
of
so we're
St.
cleaning
Andrews.
all that up. I'm parking here, walking across St. Andrews. Very busy.
Yep.
The cars are going very fast. So we'll still get you here somehow, and we do show it up here because that's an obligation we need to do, but it's something we got to be very careful with.
Restaurant.
right.
But yeah, the restaurant here, this is where the memory care, we're looking at a memory care there.
Oh, I thought the restaurant was up further from the corner.
No, this right here, this spot right there is where we're looking at a memory care.
Oh, okay.
Instead
Yeah.
of the restaurant?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's, that drive we're working with Dutchess County, DPW. We already contacted them. They were unaware of a curb cut here.
Ah,
And we said we had a wastewater treatment plant there. And then we had a restaurant. So coming back with a memory care where the traffic is less,
ah,
you should jump on board. So we're working with them, to get that worked out. But it lays out nice. You can see how it lays out. And all the parcels are all defined. We submitted this, and it's on hold till we work out the fees.
right.
But it's submitted, the hard copies are there, the electronic file is there. And once we get that worked out,
Okay,
Thank you.
we'll
appreciate
I'm
that.
looking forward to your comments on that. We, I know what your comments are going to be. They're going to be related to the easements, make sure you got all the easements tied out.
Yeah.
I don't think you're going to come back, tell me to move a lot here, or move a lot line here, or move a lot line there. That's just super civil engineering. I'm on the phone with these guys every day. We've started the preliminary plat on the lots.
Wow.
So I could start defining and making sure that on the sketch level, I know what the issues are. So when we do meet on this, I'll have a lot of that thought, already ahead
It's so
of
funny,
us.
just before you said it, I'm sitting here thinking about the easements, and when you said that, I'm like, that's,
Yeah, you're gonna make sure all the easements are tied in.
yes.
All the water, the sewer. We're keeping all the walks as much as we can in the master HOA. Where it comes off, hits a lot, we'll have to put an easement. So we'll work through all that. So we're very excited about it. There's a lot of interest in it and in the lots.
Yep.
And so we're moving on the lots.
you-
Still have continued interest with Bazzuto, working through that.
Good.
And continued interest in the commercial. We're getting, we're very excited at where we're at right now.
Excellent, excellent. Could you give us a quick update on the construction of the townhouses?
Yes, the AG is approved, so that took 9 months. It took quite a bit. So that's approved. That's the first thing the bank wants to see, because once you get that, the developer can take deposits. And
Excellent.
once he takes deposits, and he met with someone today, once he takes deposits, then the bank funds. Because now you got a real project, right?
Yes.
So for 4 units, 2 deposits, you go.
Excellent.
So sometime this summer, as everything pulls together. The site right now, and I invited Tad and Pete out next Wednesday. It's all growing now. Everything's growing up. When you go into it, it's all going to be green. But it's at subgrade. All the roads for 1A are at subgrade. All the rock is out of there. The rock is not out of there on lots 5 and 6. But as soon as that gets funded, then off we go.
Wow.
So we're getting
A
close.
lot of activity.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yep.
Can I ask a question?
Absolutely.
Just some things that stood out to me that I'm curious about. One is I guess it's just on the head plan, the gray areas. There are two.
Tell me which plan you're looking at?
I'm looking at the trail plan,
Oh, this guy.
and there's the two gray blocks in there. Maybe that's just
Yeah, those two, he's asking.
Yeah.
that,
Yep.
and then one
The
in
north-
in the corner. I think.
Yeah, it should have looked like this. We had some sketching in there for potential uses. It was on the layer, and we just hit it.
Yep. Okay.
But
on that, just thinking about the amount of trail, and I'm thinking about potential issues as this moves into actual development. The walking path that heads south from Park Area 5 up by the estate lots and such, it runs through the lots themselves. It seems like it's the only one that's cutting between the residential lots.
you're talking about this one?
No, to the south from there.
Okay, I'll get it.
Yep, no worries. So, Park
Oh,
5,
I got you.
yeah. I can just envision
Right here?
people not being thrilled with that trail running in between those lots there. Just a,
Okay.
I don't know.
These lots, right?
Just for now, I'm just putting it out there that it's the only one that seems to do that, where it's running through those individual lots to such an extent, and relatively close to the backs, to the rears of those homes. So just something to think about.
No, I agree with that. We went back and forth on that. Ideally, this is what we want. This area is all undisturbed. It's a beautiful, you might remember it, any of the sidewalks, it's all rock.
Yes.
Yeah.
Beautiful rock.
Yes.
So we're preserving that, and same thing here. And so we're linking these guys, there will be a path that goes through here, up and through, and there's one that goes through here. So, again, this is at a sketch level. The preliminary level, we're getting into making sure we can actually
It may
build
just need to be, it may just be something where there needs to be fencing, along the side of it, or some screening, or something like that, for privacy concerns.
What we're also doing is we just flew the topo again to get an updated topo. So, and more accurate. So, we'll be getting that in a couple of weeks. A lot easier to manage the CAD on it. This topo is from 06, 07.
Sure.
This will have all the topo for the hotel and everything that's current out there.
Nice. Can you describe a little bit more what a walkable street means? Like, is it just that these are the quieter streets?
Yeah,
So does it describe anything to do with the width or the lining or anything like that?
Yeah, great question. The reason why we're including it is because when we went down to Serenbe, that's what they did. And as you get further back in the site, they found that people would just walk in the streets, wouldn't walk on the sidewalk, so they made them wider. So what we're doing, these guys here on our ODA plan can be, the half width could be between 10 and 12 feet, so between 20 and 24 feet, the roads. So we're making these roads 24 feet, not 20, give extra width in the road to allow it to, manage, that additional pedestrian.
And they haven't found at Serenbe that has contributed to like higher vehicle speeds or anything like
No,
that? They haven't
no.
had issues with that?
No,
Okay.
no. So I'm not saying that we'll remove the sidewalks entirely, but we're taking a hard look at it where it makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. I'm sympathetic to it. I mean, I hesitate. I live on a road that is not dissimilar in design or density to this, similar in design and density to this. And it's not always the most pleasant experience. The sight lines aren't always great, and sometimes people who live there,
Yeah,
you drive it every day, you start driving faster, and it can be a conflict at times, right?
No, I hear you. It's funny because I moved to the city of Poughkeepsie, right, on Lockerman there, beautiful neighborhood, sidewalks, everything. When I walk the dog, I don't use the sidewalk. I'm in the street because I don't want the dog, going on the lawn for the neighbors. They
What a
put
good
up
dog
signs.
owner.
They
I
put up
respect it.
they
That's-
put up signs, do not, but the point is on the street, no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem.
Sure.
So-
Yep. You mentioned about adjusting lot lines and how we probably wouldn't have much comment about that. The only exception I can think is around the parking lots, just to make sure that there is adequate room for landscaping, as we've discussed.
Yes,
before,
yes,
right?
and Tad did bring up a good point, and we did move this lot line here. I think it was 10, now it's 25 feet.
Awesome.
Ah,
You know,
yes, that was
Um,
one of the ones,
so-
yeah.
I noticed on the previous plan where all the lots are numbered that the whole commercial area is just labeled as 10 through 19.
Yes.
Right now. So
Yes.
right now, previously we'd had a comment about that sort of Route 9 facing parking lot not having enough of a buffer around the subdivision, around the lot line there to allow
Yes,
for
yes.
landscaping, but
Right.
clearly you're not, like, is that how you intend to submit this, is with those lots all merged for now?
We know, okay, yeah, we're getting close to knowing what we're gonna.
Okay,
do
so the
there.
hope is that by the time you actually
Yeah,
submit
exactly,
this, that
exactly.
will be.
Exactly, might not, I'm not sure when it'll land, you know how things, go.
I'd like some time to review, I mean, I'm glad you're asking these questions,
yep.
but I can't follow all this that well because I'm not up to speed.
You need the map and.
Right, so I'd like,
yes.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to,
Yeah.
I don't want to keep going down this road. and,
Yeah, he was
I
just
don't
giving an
have
overview.
I'm waiting for the preliminary to actually show up.
Yeah, well, so when you guys have a chance to review the sketch, get me the comments, I'll address them, we get that approved, jump right into preliminary, and then you'll see where the detail is.
Right.
Are you talking about the 4-lot or the overall?
The overall. Well, some of the things that
That we've just
you're bringing
discussed,
up,
yeah.
which are good, but I'm hearing you say it, but I'm not tracking
Oh,
it in my head what it is.
Scheduled
'cause
for a workshop on
Yeah,
the
yeah.
21st.
What?
It's scheduled for a workshop on the
Yeah,
21st.
that,
Yeah.
of course, I'm going to.
The
Yeah.
the sketch?
But you can leave us your
This one,
questions. and-
yeah.
Oh, that one, okay,
Hey.
which is sketch, right.
Larry, what about bike lanes or anything like that, or what is happening with that?
Yeah, so it's just going with wider road.
wider
When-
road
When I
is-
looked at the ODA, I mean, in some sections we can go down to 20 feet or 22 feet.
Are they going to be marked as bike lanes or no?
No.
So it's going to be
No.
pedestrian or bike lane?
Well, there, again, Serenbe is a good example. That's 1,400 acres. We're only 130.
Yeah.
They don't have any of that, but they have, I'll get their road dimensions, but people bike, golf cart,
Yeah,
e-bikes, all over the place
okay.
down there.
No, I just didn't know if that showed up on the map.
These guys will all be 24, 24, 24. This one here, you can see it's limited, so that's 22. This one's 22 here. We are going to divide the road here, divide it, similar to the Route 9 traffic
Oh, so
light.
there's an island in there?
Yeah, island in the middle. Per the Department of Public Works, they got guidelines.
And that will be it's going to be, it's not going to be like macadam or anything like that, or
Planting
solid.
strip.
It's going to be able to be, you're going to landscape it, or?
Yeah, the island, center island?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I told Pastor to make it the same width as the entry drive coming in off of 9.
Okay.
Which we have lights in there, trees in there, and shrubs.
Okay, great. Well, it's starting to fall together now a little bit.
Yeah, when you have a chance to review the plat, you're going to see individual lots, so there's single-family individual lots, and then there's large parcels, like for the townhouses here. This is one parcel here, and then this is another one
Yeah.
here, so you'll see that.
Is the idea for those townhomes to be ground leases, or are they rented?
They're
Right,
they're
all around.
they're for sale.
Yeah, okay.
You know, I'll just give an example, because these footprints are from Toll Brothers.
Yeah.
So it's, that type of thing, they come in, and then they will condo the parcel.
Yeah, okay.
And the condo would be responsible to maintain the roads and
So HOA on.
HOA.
they're
Right, so
separate.
there's a neighborhood HOA,
Right,
and then there's a master
Master
HOA over that.
right.
Yep.
They contribute to both.
So you and Tom carry the big stick.
Yeah, we we have to, we're on the board, the master HOA board, to start with.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to the 21st
Right.
to go over all of this, but thank you for allowing me to get you updated.
No, that's great, thank you. Because there are so many pieces, we all love to hear all the different updates.
Yeah, now, hold on to your seats.
Uh-oh.
What now?
No, our goal is to get this done by November.
Wow.
Yeah.
To get
Well-
what done by November?
To get the final plat done.
Wow.
But that's why we're working on the preliminary plat right now. So,
Okay.
I'd
Well, but
like
that
to
would set you
submit.
up nicely.
What's that?
That would set you up nicely.
It
to have that.
would, especially since we're meeting with builders tomorrow. There's interest.
Yeah,
So we can't do anything other than hear them.
yep,
Talk.
yep.
Talk, that's it, right. But
Nothing like
that's where you
Honolulu
start.
being- Coming out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, excellent. Thank you so much for
Okay.
the updates. Does
Great.
anybody else
Yeah,
have
hot
questions
roll
that you'd
mile.
like to ask?
No, that
John?
area.
Gigi?
Nothing, all set?
Would you
Luck
have-
tomorrow.
okay. And Tad?
I just wanted to give you an update. The building permits are in for the townhouses, the
Oh,
12, and they're in process right now. I'm glad to hear that lot 10 through 19, by the time we get to final plat, we think we'll have lot lines.
Well, it'd still be one lot, unless out parcels are actually, defined as a lot. That's why I left it that way. It might just be one lot, I don't know yet.
That messes up the lot numbering system for the plat, and it messes up meets and bounds.
Well,
each
can I just call it Lot 10?
Yes.
Right, it'll be Lot 10.
Lot 10, but then you skip to lot 20 as your
Right.
next lot.
Right.
Right, it doesn't have to go sequentially, right?
I don't know. I
don't think so.
what, but as long as it's just one
Yeah, it's not going to
lot,
be shown as 10 through 9.
Okay.
Right, it'll be
Okay.
one
then it'll be
parcel,
one lot. Call
Right.
it 10.
one lot.
Let's see. You talked about the list of easements. We talked about the trails and, the miles of trail and the pocket parks established. kind of the rec fee alternative. So, I noticed that there are pocket parks shown in here, so that was good. I don't know if, it's a trade-off between miles of trail and pocket parks, so I'm sure somebody will look at that.
Okay.
And then, thank you for the extra area so we can put landscaping in the parking lots.
Sure thing. Yep.
Wait, we can.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ted.
Thank you, Ted.
Yeah.
All set?
All right, thanks so
All right,
much for
great.
coming
Thank you,
out.
everybody.
Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, right, get your flash drive. No. Okay, so the next item on the agenda is a consideration to cancel the August 20th, 2025 Planning Board meeting. We have some summer vacations that are just can't be helped, and so looking to see if there's any input or problems with that.
Oh, yeah, I'll have it.
I have no problem with it. Thank you for asking.
John or Gigi?
No problem.
Dylan? Fine. Okay. So may I get a motion to amend the schedule for our meeting dates to remove and cancel the August 20th, 25 Planning Board meeting?
I'll make that motion.
Can I get a second?
Second?
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any nays or abstentions? Motion carries unanimously. Excellent. And unless there's any other business, may I get a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? No? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Thanks, everybody, for coming out.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Do we have, for the agenda meeting next Wednesday?